In time.
Justice is served, everyone. Chris is here.
All right, Jay, bring us in. What's up, everybody?
You guys, you ready for the next week of podcasting on Three Dimes?
Dude, you're so energetic.
I'm so ready. I did really want to do well, I don't want to do that right now because then we don't have chats. I did, and I want to do a second silence, a pause for the loss of the Bucks, their loss yesterday. So we're gonna give a 5-second pause for the Bucks without saying anything. Okay. Don't touch your microphone.
Is it over?
No, don't touch your microphone either.
Sorry.
Okay, now it's over. So they lost. They lost the Heat, the number one NBA team.
Now it's over.
Now it's over. We only needed 5 seconds. Tony kind of ruined it though. The Bucks, number one team in the NBA, number one seed in the what are they, the West or Eastern Conference?
The Eastern Conference.
They lose to the 7th seed Miami Heat.
I believe they were the 8th seed. I believe they had to play 2 games. They had to win 2
Were
other
they 8th seed?
games to get in. They were in like the playoffs.
I heard 2 of their players tested positive for methamphetamine.
They can't. Well, maybe I'll believe that because the NBA stopped testing them for weed.
Well,
You know
it's
that?
legal in too many.
The NBA says, all right, we're not testing our players for weed anymore. That was just absolutely ridiculous.
Well,
So, like, we have taken in so much pee with tags on it from Tony's Total Donations that we know it's not our guys peeing, so we might as well
And
let
then Tony-
him
Well, I don't know why they would test for weed. It's like a performance dehancing drug.
Yeah, and make you tired. You're not
It
shooting
makes
right.
you jump out of moving cars into ditches.
enhance or dehance. The
Fucking-
goal is control. That's why.
the goal is control.
The goal is not like the health of the players. They wouldn't play back-to-back 82 games a year, and like they have like a NBA. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, oh man, the Bucks are out of the thing. They gotta wait all the way till next year. And then I'm like, wait, next year starts in like 3 months for the NBA.
Is
I
it,
guess
is
it-
it still behind? No, it
I guess
doesn't.
if you don't make it to the end, you're right. Because the playoffs go until
till
like
summer.
Christmas, I think.
No, they're in. You're being funny. Remember that one year where the Bucks won? It was our comedy special.
Yeah.
They were still playing, and that was July. Tony, come here.
Yeah, I don't understand how any of this works. Like,
They play set best of 7. and
yeah, so if they would have won, if they would have got their 4 to beat whoever the fuck
Miami
we
Heat.
played, was it the Kansas City Chiefs
Miami-
or something?
Yeah, Tony.
So let's just say we would have beat them. Would we have been the champions, or would
No.
we have moved somewhere else?
Yeah, we
further
would've-
closer to getting to the finals.
We would have had to play the other team that fucking
New York-
won their
the-
set game of 7s.
The New York Knicks.
Starts with 8 teams on each side. They meet in the middle.
Well, anyway, I just don't want, in my opinion, I don't want LeBron to win. LeBron James. I don't want him to win because I'm sick of him winning, and he's in contention. He could win. And then there's other guys like Harden and Embiid. I just
Isn't
don't like
James
these-
Harden in his like 50s?
No, I don't even. I'm surprised you even know his name. The bearded fellow.
yeah, you jumped out of character there.
I jumped out again. Okay, what's Embiid's first name?
Who?
Embiid, the guy that's going to win MVP, the most valuable player in the NBA.
Not Adamovich.
There's actually a guy named that, Tony. You know that? Weird. That's weird that you say that.
Yeah.
So that's disappointing. In Milwaukee area, we are all sad. But again, there's next year. And did you listen to the press conference that Giannis had? A 2-minute speech he had?
I heard the Bob and Brian version of it the next morning.
The next
Because I went to
morning.
fuck to bed after that game because it ended at fucking 1:45 or some shit.
11:45. Wait, that is 1:45.
Hey, Jay, speaking of measurements and things, me and my friends here that were going to summer camp have decided to measure all of our distance in the distance of eggplants because there was a story. I'll wait.
No, go.
There was a story of an asteroid that was passing by, and the news article used that it was 48, I think, or 35, something like that, eggplants wide.
Eggplants
So-
are all different sizes.
I
though.
know.
How can you do that?
I don't know. So, but
wicked-ass eggplants.
we've decided just to keep things simple because some people like metric system, some people like the standard system with inches.
Depends.
We're just going to use eggplants as our unit of measurement for like lengths, and
Alright.
we're trying to establish how we can use it for weights and maybe even denominations of money. Like how much is that slice of pizza? We could be like, well, it was like 4 eggplants.
Okay.
So maybe maybe you can adopt the eggplant system so that you don't screw up like quarter till and 645
Oh,
and
all
the
right. So
times.
So
It
four
just reminded
eggplants?
me that we need an eggplant version of
Or
time.
is it like 9 eggplants till midnight?
Yeah, eggplant version of time
How
is
about-
something.
How about we do 4 eggplants for every hour?
So I've named one of the
Make it easy.
the guys that I'm going camping with. I've named him the czar of eggplant distance and measurement conversions and rates.
Czar.
The czar.
Okay. So are you traveling with eggplants?
I think we need to bring some
this
sort
is what
of
I'm asking.
master units to measure units
Like
when
you're
unit measurements
you're
in question.
traveling a full state away,
Correct.
like the long way of the long state.
Correct.
Like this is quite a ways. You're traveling for this little excursion with your mother.
Yeah.
Are you buying your eggplants here when they're on sale, or are you
Well,
waiting
there is
until
a
you get down
grocery.
there?
There is a grocery store right next door, but
You
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
to food? You gonna go to Food Lion
I don't
and get
know.
their eggplants?
I don't know what their eggplant stash might look. They might be particularly small.
Do you think you're the only one doing this? Do you think they might be sold out of eggplants?
You never do know. You never do know. We maybe need to consider bringing like a macrame version, or what's that shit that you cover it up with the paper, with the
Papier-mâché?
paper mache versions of eggplants.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the easiest way. That way we have a mold of a figure of measure.
So how big? Show me just by your hands how big you think an eggplant normally is. A normal size eggplant. Show me by you just.
Well,
you know,
like
something like that.
something that'll grow in your garden there.
That's kind of a big one though. That look.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen. Okay, so we could do measurements of zucchinis, but zucchinis, I've seen some giant.
They have so
zucchinis.
much variant of
Bigger?
shape.
Yeah,
The
they're
zucchini could be rounder, longer, the whole fucking.
just like wieners, long,
Yeah.
short, fat, skinny.
I think
tall.
that's where the joke of the idea that they measured this meteor in this news article in the version of how many eggplants it was. And the article went on to tell how the conversion was made, considering an average eggplant is 6 to 9 or something inches long.
Apparently, I don't know what an eggplant looks like because I'm thinking about 18 inches, about as big around.
They
as
do
a
make
basketball.
huge. No, they're purple.
What color is
Yeah.
that? I was gonna say what
they're
color.
purple.
It looks like a cock and penis. You use it in the text messages for the cock penis.
Right, I know. There's some high school girl who thought
balls
it was
penis.
hilarious
It,
to come up with the eggplant emoji.
Right.
When there's so many better things like the rooster.
Eggplant emoji raindrops.
and eggplants. Have you guys ever eaten an eggplant?
I
Is
ate an eggplant on Sunday.
Yeah, really. You
This
don't
past
even know what it looked like.
this past
when
Sunday-
you cut into it blind and throw it in the pan, just like chop,
Wait,
chop, chop, chop,
what's
throw it
that-
in a pan.
What did I just put in this pan, honey? Eggplant.
It was
So-
brought to me cooked up in.
Oh,
So when did you finally
That's
find
different.
out it
I
was
thought-
eggplant after you took a bite?
No, I bought it because it was eggplant.
Oh, I'm confused, man.
I've never seen one in the wild. I've only seen them.
You've never seen them growing? You've never grown one? I'm
No,
surprised
man,
you
I-
don't grow more of your food.
If Tony sees one in the wild, he's gonna shoot it with an arrow.
It's coming right for me.
He's like, I ain't afraid of cows no more. You ever seen a fucking angry eggplant? Damn. So you've ever eaten an eggplant?
Yeah, I've had eggplant. It's just like a zucchini
you know what's funny is
to me.
and I bring this up because you guys had it, but Qdoba used to have an entree with eggplant in it. That's why I'm so familiar with eggplants, and I fucking hate them. They're like the worst.
Did they
tasting
come to
vegetable.
Qdoba sliced whole?
No, whole. Everything just like
Then why do you
Chipotle's
talk
commercials.
shit about this place?
Because I'm
It
sick.
sounds like it's the best.
I didn't talk shit. I just said I'm sick of the food. It's like eating the same thing every day. Eventually, you just can't.
because they give you a shift meal doesn't mean you have to eat there every day.
When you work a 10-hour day, you need some sustenance. You need something to eat. So I said I had to eat something, and I couldn't leave the
You can
store.
only drink so much queso.
Oh my god, queso! I didn't like queso that much. They had too many chunks in there of like peppers, and I like my
Okay,
cheese
the queso comes in a fucking bag.
straight.
Though.
Queso comes in the bag. All
I want a queso bag.
I would have given.
Like
I would have given you
catering?
one. You know what we used
Fuck,
to do?
they've delivered that shit in these big cups. It's like, just give me the fucking bag.
Yeah. What we used to do, like, but another thing we used to do is if we go on a camping trip, we'd fucking go in the freezer and we just get steaks, chickens, we get all the vegetables we want.
Then
we
you'd
get
pay
bags
for
of
it, of
queso.
course, and then you'd
No,
take it
I was
with
the
you
manager.
camping.
I could do whatever I wanted. I'd just be like, someone miscounted a bag of queso. Queso was missing. I'd bring a fucking pile of, or a huge container of guac that goes bad by the time we get there.
It's browned out.
Yeah. So we just scoop in the middle of it, take all the brown and
Every
throw it.
fucking trip you were on, those couple years were catered by Qdoba.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I hated the food.
You brought the
Because I
you
ate
brought the tinfoil trays and the little warmers.
Not only did I eat the food there, I bring the food with me places.
I could just see you
And I was
camping.
Eating on your day off.
I could just see you camping with a tortilla steamer,
Or no,
just going for.
he's got whole burritos
big
with a
press.
stick stabbed in it, and it's over the fire. Just
You said you wanted it toasted. No, it's like, I mean, I live with a friend, and when I moved, first time I moved out,
Your dad?
the first time I moved out, I was 17, and our whole fridge looked like
Qdoba?
Qdoba's fridge. I mean, it had the rice in there. It had the fucking all the salsas, all the different types of salsas. So I ate it all the time. You guys don't understand. It's just like you can't eat the same thing every day and expect not to hate it in the future. I hate it now. It's the worst food. And I had Chipotle, and it reminded me of it, and that's probably why my body rejected it.
Because they're basically the same thing.
They are the same thing, except for they have different, like,
farmers.
One randomly has brisket for some reason. Who the
Brisket?
fuck puts
has
brisket on
brisket?
a taco?
Who has brisket?
I think Qdoba.
Yeah, I think
Qdoba has I let me forget what it's called. It's not brisket. It's you know what? What is it?
They got barbacoa,
Barbacoa. That's what I'm thinking.
but they
What is-
also
what is-
have brisket.
What
now.
meat is barbacoa? What type of meat is that? I
Beef.
never even fucking knew.
It's beef.
Beef. Okay, so they never had brisket when I worked there.
One of them has brisket. It's fucking nasty. It doesn't belong on a burrito.
And is Qdoba everywhere like Chipotle? Because I know Chipotle is everywhere in the United States, but is Qdoba? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think they
Some
are.
states probably don't let them in because they don't put a U after the Q.
Ha.
So I went there today, right? I ordered online.
Yeah, and I came in here and I
Put
said,
it all
guys,
in.
I'm leaving. I smelt
Like,
it from my
All
car.
right, let's pick up at 6 to 6:10. I left the house. Got there at like 5:58 or some shit. Walked in. I look at the bags. There's a bag up there, and I'm like, all right, check in at the counter because the bags are facing the people now. This must have been a trust issue at this Qdoba. And the guy's like, I don't see your order. What'd you order? You sure it's the right store? Yeah, it is. What's your name? I gave him the name. And he's like, yeah, it's not here. And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's right here. It says completed. Lady goes, looks in the back, whatever. She comes out with the sheets of paper and she's like, all right, I'll make it right now. I'll be right out. So she makes the food. Then the other lady gives me the food. And I walk out. I said, thank you, whatever. On my way. No real big deal, right? Get in the car. About to put the phone up, start the little track I want to listen to while I'm driving. And I see there's an email. I checked it. Boom. It's Qdoba. It says, your food did not get delivered to the restaurant. Go up there and ask them for it. They're not going to have it. They'll make it for you, and you'll have to pay for it. There was something that happened. But I didn't see this until I left the store.
I don't get it.
They didn't have what was there not to get?
I mean, what do you mean delivered to the store?
Like my
Your
order
order.
from the app wasn't delivered to the store, so the store didn't know how to make it.
Got you.
They didn't even know. But
thinking-
somehow the lady
like you
found
don't-
it.
I'm like you
Well, I
don't-
didn't say it. She's like, I'll be right with you or whatever. And she went in the back, and then she came back with a piece of paper. She said, I'm going to make your food. You'll be on your way. And it's no problem. Grabbed my food, left. Got the car, looked at my phone, saw the email, and I'm like, shit. It says here I didn't pay for my food.
You have it for free?
So I'm like, fuck. I wish I was a little farther away from the store because now it's not an inconvenience, and I'll have to just go in and pay because karma's a bitch, right?
What a nice guy. What a nice guy, Chris.
So I go in and I tell the lady, I'm like,
I've been gone.
this happened, and she's like, oh shit, that's what happened. I'm like, yeah, that's what happened.
Did you get rewarded
And I'm
for
like,
paying?
she goes, well, well, I don't want to figure this out. So bye, thank you.
Oh my
I got
God.
the food for free.
Nice. Then why'd you make me pay $9?
Dude,
Really?
these
Is that like a
burritos are
handling fee?
$10 easy nowadays.
No, but really, did you explain this story to Tony when I wasn't here? That's
No.
like you
No.
said.
I
Then, what,
just said it now.
then why didn't he pay, or how come the payment hasn't been discussed?
We just switch off every once in a while. Plus,
so you told him
he cuts my hair too.
So now you got to pay next week too, or now you got to buy next week because he didn't buy this week.
I'll probably have him
Basically.
cut my hair next week too.
I
And
think
I'd
it's-
rather just give him money and let him handle it.
But how the hell, like, that was really wild, eh? Why would I have checked my fucking email getting into the car?
that's why I told you guys stay away from Qdoba. It's a criminal organization.
But the food's free.
Well, yeah, food's free, so that's I guess it's not too bad.
Dan Cole's in the house.
How come it's not showing?
I don't know.
What's up, Dan?
David?
I mean, Dave.
D.H. Cole 1980. I'm making assumptions here, but I think I know who it is.
Dave. So what else did you guys besides the loser Bucks? What else happened with you guys this week? Because that's all I did was pay attention to that. I didn't really do anything but wait for each Buck game to start. Nothing?
I went to this great event called Taste of Italy.
Oh, you
wait,
did
that's-
that.
that's-
God damn it.
It's one of my favorite events of the year.
What's up,
You pack into a gigantic banquet center
Loudon?
with a bunch of people. You buy tickets for $3, and everything to eat in that place is $3. And there's like probably 75 vendors.
We did talk about this a little bit.
You have to buy the tickets and then pay with
You have
tickets.
to buy the tickets.
The whole
and pay
math
with
thing.
tickets.
And did you, like you said before, did you skip lines to every place you wanted
You
to go?
know I did.
Everybody looked at you all
You know
fucked
I
up.
did. Me and Logan
Did
ran
they-
through that line. 5
they-
minutes. We had everything we wanted.
Were people looking at you like they wanted it?
I don't give a fuck. I don't pay attention
Where?
to what people are looking at.
So you just didn't care this time? Because last
I
time
don't
you said
even.
you saw.
I don't even turn around. I don't even see what the people are fucking talking shit about.
well,
I just move
time
on
you
with it.
attacked.
I got my eggplant. I got my rice ball. I got my meatball. I got my rigatoni. I got my pasta fazzoli. I got my
But
calamari.
you just went more or less to the spot that you wanted to go and then sat down, ate some, and went to another spot you wanted to go and ate some.
I think you filled your plate up, right?
Yeah, they give you a big tray. You fill it up with all these small plates. Me and the 3-year-old walked it all, got everything. He went out on a limb. He got pasta and red sauce
Whoa.
outside of his comfort zone.
Whoa.
He usually goes with just the butter on it.
Yeah. Did
Uh,
you try any of that shaker cheese?
Oh, there you
nope. And then, went back, ate it all, got myself some tiramisu, and moved on with my day. It was fucking wonderful. It's the best.
Yeah, when you invited Chris and I to do that, I first off I was like, nah, I didn't even reply, and then Chris is like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
that sounds awesome. I want to do it. I'm assuming
I didn't do it.
Figured
though.
out he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it already happened. I thought,
Was
Well,
that
I only sent you the information.
Was it on a Saturday? I don't remember.
No, Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday afternoon.
you only sent me the information. Was there a date on there?
Yeah.
I didn't read that far.
It was a flyer, bro. Who produces a flyer and doesn't put a date on it?
Me?
Clearly.
I've done that before. Oh yes, I've done that before. No, I just not a fan of doing the buffet thing. I just think that
It's
if
not
I'm-
a buffet.
well, kinda it is. I mean, you're going. Can you go back to the same people and get another share?
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah,
buffet.
you buy it with tickets.
It's a buffet.
No, it's like going to a restaurant.
Oh wait, no, you
paying
said
for something and then getting something.
you did say you have to use a certain amount of tickets for each place, so you have to keep giving them tickets. You can't just.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
All right,
give
fine.
them
What's
one
your
ticket and get unlimited
I
meatballs.
thought that's what it was.
What's your fear with one price eats all eating, dude?
just-
One price
people don't
eats all
respect-
eating is the shit.
On buffets, people do not respect their food.
No, you're being served. It's not self-service.
No, I'm saying that's why I don't like buffets because they don't respect their food. It's way worse than anything I've ever had. Everything tastes the same, and it's under a heating lamp the whole time. So you're getting dried
What
up.
kind of buffets are you going to?
I don't remember the last one I've been to. I don't know. I think it was the one where you
Sounds like old country to me.
you go on rides and shit. It's
You got to find
pizza,
yourself
Wait, no, that's
Pizza Ranch.
that's from-
the
is it-
one where Tony's
Pizza
kid
Ranch?
filled plates full of puke for the guy to clean up.
I think that was the last time I was at a buffet, and it was just, it's terrible, dude.
Dude, you got to find yourself a nice local Chinese restaurant that has a buffet lunch that's like only goes between 11 and 1:30 or
Like
something.
a lychee garden.
And you get in there.
That sounds like that's a terrible.
You
name.
get in there to the point where you've gone enough times where you're like, hey, Sing Su. Hey, Chan Chow. That's probably really racist. I don't know. But they're just
Slightly racist.
the best I can pronounce a Chinese name I can't understand.
Hey, hold on. Take a mental note of this. Clip it.
Wait,
Clip
it.
YouTube short.
27.
It starts
Running
with,
for president
27.
20. All right.
But
so
you're gonna do it with
But you
just
gotta
him saying that
yeah,
part without
yeah,
any
it just
context.
starts there.
you just make
and
shorts.
ends-
I dare
and
you.
ends with
You
Yeah,
can make
yeah,
a short.
Tony, make a
Our
short.
I don't know
shorts
how
get
to do it.
my shorts when I make one gets what was it? We were running a clip of like
you get like 2,000, 5,000.
2,000 views in an hour, and then that was about it. But then at least that hour was good.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, you can make as many as you want, and they pop off for 2K. If we just have to make a gazillion more.
Well, we were supposed to have. We had every time we leave this bunker, we always have an assignment for each other. Last one was to read texts or read paragraphs from Chris's crazy books.
I didn't do any of that.
None of us did. None of us even. I even look at that book. I mean, that book.
What book are you talking about, Jay?
Well, it doesn't really matter anymore. But the book was sitting in my on my passenger seat the whole time since last Thursday, and yeah. So, and then now I gave it back to Chris today, and then
That's it.
that's
You're gonna
it.
yada 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 that part. The best fucking part. That's
Well,
fine.
Did
That's
we,
fine.
Did we talk about these books and we showed them and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then fine, whatever. So the book, it was on my seat, and
What was the title of the book?
Do you want me to get it for you out of
Yeah,
your
go get it.
backpack?
it's not in my backpack. It was
Wasn't it called like Motherfuckers?
No, it was like incest with mom. What was it called? Incest daddy.
Mommy issues?
Anyway,
I don't
it
know.
was an incest book, having sex with your family. And a kid walked in there. I was moving everything. So my car's always filthy and dirty and messed up. So I have to always, if someone comes in my car, I got to move tons of shit. So this book happened to be under all the shit I had to move. So I moved all the stuff. And then I'm like, go sit in. Go get in. Everything's moved. So he gets in. He's sitting on something, he's sitting on something, you grab it, and you're like, what is this, So he grabbed it, and he looked at it, and he just saw a naked guy, older guy, kissing some younger girl's boob. And then he starts bringing incest, and then I slap it out of his hand, like, where'd you get that from?
And now he locks the door when he goes to the bathroom.
You fucking sick. You are fucking sick.
He's like, my dad's
You
into
are-
some weird shit.
You are fucking
He
sick.
brought the book in for show and tell at school. This is what my family's into.
So I was like, don't worry about that. He didn't know what incest even meant. So I said it was like insects.
And he pulled out his brand new iPhone. And now there's a search history of all the Wisniewskis searching incest.
Why did I find my dad's incest book?
That reminds me, my kid just spent $600 on one video game, a little mini soccer football game. And now I'm fighting to get that money back for the past 4 days. I forgot about that. Actually, yes, they bring me up my memory. Like we can't remember shit until we finally hear something familiar.
Which
Whoa.
child?
$600.
$600.
Guess which one? Just guess which one.
The middle.
Why do you always say it's the middle one? No, it's the youngest.
The
7-year-old.
youngest?
7-year-old, 6-7-year-old, what the fuck he is. Yeah, so he spent $600 and in the morning. Okay,
on like players and assets for players and such.
exactly. So we started playing the game days ago.
Spent way more
And
on
then-
NFTs than that. I mean,
Well, that might be worth money. This is not. He gets fucking coins and gems, and he probably used them already.
that's
So-
about all I could get for most of the things I got in my wallet.
He's showed me this game, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" And we played together with it a little bit, and then the next morning, I look at. He
spent
shows me it.
$600. He can't even beat you.
He has 600,000 coins. He has 1,500,000 gems. I'm like, holy fuck! How did you get all this stuff? How did you? I stayed up all night playing, and right away my wife was like, "You played all night long. You shouldn't be up all night playing video games. Now you're not gonna." You didn't sleep well. You didn't do this. And like in the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh, fuck, something doesn't seem right. There's no way he's getting 1.5 million gems.
You're like, because I also stayed up all night. And I got less than 1,000.
There's no way he's getting that many gems just by playing.
Is
the
this
game.
on a phone or an iPhone or
His
an Apple thing?
His iPad.
That's
His
what I was
iPad.
trying to get out
So
of my mouth.
I mean, I didn't put two and two together until I got the email showing me the results. And then I was
How do
like,
you have
"Oh,
this ungated, you
fuck."
fool?
Here's the problem. Okay.
3-factor authentication.
I only have one, and for some reason he knows his password.
And y'all got
Change
the same
that.
fingerprint.
Changed it now. We get the same fingerprint. I changed it now, but he still bypassed it. I don't know. He's a fucking genius. He's 7. Kids know how to do shit nowadays.
Like Jay's sitting there again, like, what should I use this time? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll use 1, 2, 3, 4. Kid
Yeah.
figures it out. Next time he's like, ooh, I know what I'll
You know
do.
what's funny?
4, 3, 2, 1. That's for sure.
You know what's funny? His when his screen is locked, his unlock
You
code
can tell it all dirty as
1
shit.
2 3 1 2 3. That's his code. So I mean, a 1 2 3 4 might have stumped him.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, I'm $700 down, and I call up the lady for Apple, and she's like, sorry, man, Mister, but this really did happen. I feel for you. This happened to me too. My son spent $800,
Yeah, they're like, we don't care.
and I only
Call
got
the credit
200
card
of it
company.
back.
Call the credit card company and
And
be
it's
like, my
my-
kid did fraudulent charges, but you can't charge him because he's a minor.
It's my bank card.
Yeah, call him up.
Just watch. The fucking creator of the game's going to threaten to take back the jewels. He's going to get on the phone, pretend he's you.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I actually do want to go through with this purchase.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my gems.
My gems and jewels.
that was my next step. I had to go through the creator, but this company is huge, so they can afford to give my $600 back. That's what. I'm
Why?
hoping
If
for.
they're huge, they got a bunch of bills to pay too.
Yeah, but they have a lot of. I don't fucking know, dude. They're huge. I mean, $600 ain't
They
gonna.
got that
ruin
China
them.
money.
Ain't gonna ruin them. They have 213,000 reviews. I'd never seen anybody with that high reviews on a video game app. So I'm probably gonna have to pay for that. But you
That
know,
sucks, dude.
C'est la vie. C'est
Yeah,
la vie.
that
Like
sucks.
they say.
My 10-year-old, when he was about 5 years old, was what's that fucking game?
I don't know. What's that fucking game?
Fort Day.
What does it have to do with? What?
No, it wasn't
Shooting,
Fortnite.
killing, fucking farming animals,
No,
growing dinosaurs. What?
he was playing one of the like straight up children's games, like the 4 or 5-year-old kids games. I don't know, something super basic. And he clicked on an ad. It was one of the map games, and what the fuck was it called?
Risk?
No, but anyway,
He's like, whoa,
he
risk?
kept clicking on the buy it button, and it was $300. And he kept
Got
clicking
you.
it over and over and
Got you
over and
beat.
over.
Got you beat.
And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to get this game. I look at it, I'm like, that's $300. I would fucking beat your ass if you charged $300 on my fucking phone. Like, it's kind of crazy that these games are set up to make kids
That's what I told
buy
the
this
person.
shit.
I'm like, with the push
it's
of a button.
trap.
With the push of a button, you can spend $600 on one video game. I could have bought a whole console.
How come my kid doesn't have access to this shit and my shit?
Because you have
It's locked down.
You have a girl. It's different.
It's
You're
different.
You're a girl dad.
It's a fucking.
You're a girl dad.
4 to 9 word letter
You have
password.
you have an easy life. We have boys. Our life is hard. We come home. It's like Braveheart every day.
Dude, our lives are damage and destruction. Yours are like fucking fingernail paint and shit.
Yeah, yours is
I
vacuum.
don't think that's
Ours
fair,
is
man.
everyday damage control.
Yes, there's holes in the walls we have to fix. There's damages to they break things all the time.
Every day. It's like there's a new fucking pile of shit to deal with every day you walk in the house when you have boys.
Yeah, but you know what they do say though,
You
when the
guys
girl
think,
gets
like,
older,
You think my kid
They're
is
harder,
just like an
right?
angel? She's 7. Like,
I mean, she's
not.
she's a girl.
Trust
She
me,
is
your
an
kid's
angel,
fucking
but-
fine. You don't have anything to compare it to.
That's such bullshit.
She
You're
is
pulling a card that I can't play here because, like, I have.
Get better sperm and make boys.
I don't want it. I don't want. I don't. It's
All
not
right,
my
then.
sperm.
Wait, is your dog a boy?
It is a boy.
Okay, you're coming close then.
Because my
Yeah, that-
dog's a boy.
And that thing chewed half the flooring in your house.
Oh, we
Like,
left the dog
now
out.
you know.
We left the dog out on Saturday
Males.
night, and he didn't do shit. We got fucking 3 hours of him. No drama.
Probably got high, sat around and watched the Chappelle show or something.
Maybe.
I tell you what, Tony, if you had one more boy, if you had 3 boys like me,
I couldn't
you would
do
have
it.
stories all day long.
It would be just nervous breakdown
The
every day of my
outnumbering,
life.
outnumbering me was never an option. The second kid was maybe an option in my life. It was something we thought about, but the kids outnumbering the parents, no, thank you, dude. Fuck that.
You didn't want to get you didn't want to give yourself
Pretty
a
soon
chance
they're all
going to
be
boy.
18, 15, and 12, dude. You're going to be fucked.
Was it Minecraft, Tony?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. But what I was saying is I think they say that girls when they get older,
Who the fuck
Get
are they again?
harder.
But anyways,
That's just because they get pregnant all the time.
he's not lying.
they
Deal with that
them,
shit.
man.
Deal
People
with
on
that
the
shit.
internet.
How you gonna deal with
Dude,
that?
it's going to suck having to take your daughter to Walgreens to get the morning after pill so many times.
Oh my God, that's so
It's going to
bad.
be the worst.
Wow. Chris, what do you feel about what he just said to you?
And then my kid,
It's in my future, man. I'm not like
You
in
really gonna
denial.
do that?
I'm not in denial. Things like this are gonna come up. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna
and then
handle
my
it.
kid's going to get your kid pregnant.
And I'm
Oh
gonna,
my
yeah,
God.
that's what I was gonna get
And
to.
It's going to be so like non-issue. He's not even going to tell anybody about it.
I gotta chase down some deadbeat dad's underage kid. How do
I'm
you
just
deal
gonna
with
be like,
that?
hey, how was your day? He'd be like, all right.
First thing I'm gonna say is like, was his dad a ginger like Tony?
Did you say a ginger?
Why are you so prejudiced?
Because I don't want no
against
weak
gingers?
genes.
Weak genes.
We were fucking with Tony earlier about the color of his hair on his face, and I was saying it's because the sun and Ginger's hair it just turns red because it can't even handle being in the sun.
Well, we noticed that his neck hair.
Literally, our only listener right now is a ginger.
I'm choosing.
Don't fuck this up for us, Chris.
I'm choosing my what is the word? Probably racism, but I don't want to say that in a way
It's-
that's directed at the
just-
smallest minority I could think of.
You're saying what's what, Chris? You're not racist. You're
White
saying what's
male,
what.
like really white male gingers.
You ain't that far off from there.
I know. In fact, when I was young, they thought maybe I was because I was blonde, and they're like,
But
"No,
then they had you tested.
he's strong. He's gotten his hair's gotten
Yeah,
darker."
his hair's falling out of his scalp already.
They started checking if I was allergic to things like grass in the sun, and then they're like, "No, he's probably
I
not."
thought you were powder or something. Well,
Shit.
when I was born, my grandma said that I was not their son. They got the wrong kid because I had blue eyes
You had a full beard.
and everything.
You're like, this is no child.
Man, if we haven't scared off our Irish and Scottish with Jay's impressions of their voice, my
I have a
inability to accept people with
What's wrong with being
fairer
Irish?
skin than I.
How much Irish are you, Tony? Are you like 25% or something?
It's tough to say, but at least 50.
I don't get it. Where did this come from? Did you like act in a play when you were in 5th grade or something?
I watched a lot of Braveheart. And they have Irish. It's my island. It's my island. I like. Okay, there's tons of parts in there. I can go all day with this, but here's one: is the guy's like, "How are we gonna beat the English army? Oh, I should be. How are we gonna beat the English army?" And then
you had to stop and start over because you forgot to use your accent.
And then Mel Gibson's character is like, "We'll make spears, long spears, twice as long as a man." And then the dad says, "Oh no!" And then the son goes, "Well, some men are longer than others." And then the dad says to that son, "Your mom has been telling stories about me again, hasn't she, boy?" Ha!
I don't get it.
I get it.
You get it?
Are we talking dicks?
Just saying, there's like so many. I could go all day long and give you guys some quotes if you want.
I think one day we might have to do a short video of just Jay being Braveheart. We can get you all set up. We'll have to not use the Punisher t-shirt. Maybe you could go shirtless and show off the new tattoo.
You guys know you love my favorite line. Go in the middle of that right there. There you go. That's my favorite line. But you know, actually, there's another line I like a lot too. Like they didn't think they're gonna fight, and they put war paint on their face, and then Mel Gibson's character runs out there and starts a fight, and then one guy's like, "Well, it looks like we didn't get dressed up for nothing." That's another great line.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know Braveheart.
I've
I have
never
a
seen
problem.
it.
You should. It's
You've
good.
never seen it?
Tony's not seen a lot of great movies.
He hasn't even seen any Star Wars. I don't know why he even.
Dude, I'll
thought
never watch Star Wars ever.
I don't get that movie.
We just lost all of our fans.
There's
now.
people like that. I don't get it. Why
It looks
never
so
ever?
stupid.
It's really not.
It's
a
not.
great tale. Watch
yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that came out originally.
Is it better than Dude, Where's My Car?
Nothing's better than Dude,
All
Where's
right,
My
then.
Car?
So I'm not wasting my time.
It's completely different, clearly, but it's
First off, I don't watch anything pre-96.
that's gonna make
So it's
things
just
hard. How do you do it?
Tony, they have Star Wars movies that are after
You can't start.
post 96.
So there was Pulp Fiction and then everything else for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Pulp Fiction actually came out in 94.
I was gonna say I
Didn't
thought
make
it was
it-
older than that, but I didn't want to make a
it to
thing.
Wisconsin until 96.
Oh, come on.
you liar.
It was in like the. We didn't get it here in the Midwest.
Tony's like, don't tell anybody about this. That actually was one of my brothers and I's favorite. Another one we recorded together. We do the where they're at the restaurant and they talk about eating pork. I don't eat. And they talk about not eating pork and not eating dog and whatever it was. That whole line we could cite it perfectly.
I don't eat
remember.
swine. Sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know because I ain't gonna eat the filthy motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Zoolander. Zoolander is another one of Tony's favorites. He said he hated it at first.
It was
Hated
the
it.
worst movie I ever seen until
And-
the third time I watched it.
Zoolander is kind of like that.
I don't understand how
A
it was
lot of
so
Will-
bad, and I still decided to watch it.
I think
a
it's
second
a
and
lot of
third
movies
time.
with Will Ferrell and Ben Stiller, right? Isn't that no?
Will
Yeah.
Ferrell is such a small part in there, though. Such a small part.
Still,
Although he is pretty.
he's the
important,
Mr.
yeah.
Goombachi or whatever
Yeah.
his name is. He's the main bad guy.
I invented the piano tie.
Oh my God! You made a house for learning for ants.
What is this?
It's in the computer. And then remember they had those fucking colored apples that Apple bring out, and everybody wanted one for one solid year, and then it just turned to dust.
The best line in Zoolander though is when he's having a super serious talk and he goes, "And my best friend who died in a freak gasoline fight." They show the clip. It's a Mentos commercial of them having a water gun fight with gas hoses, and
Yeah.
one of them lights a Zippo. Like, what the fuck?
No, that was good. That was good.
Such a great, underrated movie.
I think I saw the movie twice in my life, and I don't remember the sequence of it. I know that he goes and meets his dad at some point.
You probably could watch it out of sequence.
Yeah, because it really has no story. Well, I remember him
It does, but
going and work for his dad for a little bit, and then he starts going.
It's a merman.
that and I have the black lung, and he was only in the mines for like an hour.
And it was just a photo shoot style. It's such a great. It was really a good movie.
The first time though, you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And why does everyone like it? Napoleon Dynamite like that.
Yeah, that's another one too. It's just weird.
Why the fuck do people think this is a good
You
movie?
can't
And then you
take
watch
your
it a couple
eyes-
times, you're like, "Oh, this is great."
Can't take your eyes off of it, and I think that's one of the biggest things. And it's like songs too. Like sometimes songs I hate when I first hear it, and then I hear it like 5 more times, and I like it. But then I hear it 155 more times, and then I hate it. So
See,
it's like,
Star Wars isn't like that. You will like it
Yeah,
the
you
first. I liked it when I watched it
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was a
Oh, yeah.
kid. The first set of movies before there were other movies.
Yeah.
I wanted more Star Wars content. I was actually reading chapter books of stories of Star Wars.
there's too many stories, man.
There's tons
oh
of
my
stories.
god, there's so many spin-offs.
But that's so great because they could just keep living it on and on. But right now,
And then
still those old classics, they've remade them now so they look cooler on your TV and shit.
and then
Sound better.
they add different scenes, and
Yeah,
they
it's
put
a better experience for sure.
they put Anakin in the Jedi Ghost or whatever at the end when they're standing there looking at
I don't know
Luke.
about all that. It's just a
Yeah,
good
well,
movie to me. I'm not.
You didn't
like,
get the
obsessed.
extra one. You didn't get the one that has the extra little.
Man, what
details.
about all the money all those people spent on DVDs? You think they're ever going to get any return on that investment? Those big classics, those big books of movies, like you'd get the whole fucking thing, and there's like 8 movies in
I would
it.
say if it's collectible, yes, and
Them clamshell,
99%
those
no.
clamshell Disney VHS went.
Oh, yeah,
popped
those
off.
are-
My aunt kept every one of those forever and had a whole collection, and I gotta imagine she's still got it.
Imagine if you had one that's never opened.
I
Saran wrap
don't know
still.
if these. She probably has some that are unopened, where like her
Oh, yeah.
friends are like, "Oh, you were searching for this? I found it all shrink wrapped over here at the fucking dollar store."
Dude,
or
I forgot
whatever."
about. Did you ever see the Ewoks movie?
No,
The spinoff? That was a really good one.
I didn't
too.
watch. I didn't even watch all of the real Star Wars shit yet.
Oh, like okay.
But
well,
thanks for the
anyway.
suggestion there.
Anyway.
Cold 1980.
Yeah, that's. I think we know that guy.
Hey, you guys want to hear one more thing here before we wrap up the audio
So anyway,
podcast for the week?
are we in agreement that Star Wars fucking lame?
You can not watch it if you want. I don't actually care, but
Yeah.
I think you'd really enjoy it. To
No
be
one
honest.
agrees with you, Tony.
The
I don't
fact that
think
you're
anyone-
starving your kid of it probably does actually piss me off.
I'm telling you what. You sit down with your kids and watch it. I think they'll. I'm pretty sure they'll be entertained. If you're not, you do it for your kids, right?
Whatever.
You don't do things for your kids.
No.
That makes sense. You're a boy dad. Chris, girl dad, he would do it for his
Yeah.
daughter.
I hand him a controller.
Yeah.
And I tell him get the fuck out of my
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
You don't even let them use controllers. Like, go watch TV in silence in your room.
That's abuse. That is. You shouldn't say it too much. You might get in trouble.
Well, everything's child abuse now. Like slow internet is considered child abuse.
Oh man, I'm going to jail for that one. There's too many Wi-Fi things in my house. Way too
My
many.
dad tortured me when I was younger. We had dial-up.
We didn't even have that. Didn't even have that. So what were we gonna say, Chris, before we went out?
You're fucking already got the music going, bro.
Well, it doesn't
I
matter.
was
It can
just
go-
gonna
it
tell
can
you
go for a
about-
while.
So I just found a new version of like the veterinarian's the devil because they steal your money.
Yeah.
The doctor, the mechanic. I've established it's just all.
Everybody.
Right now, I'm trying to hire a painter to paint the exterior of my house,
Oh yeah.
and I'm thinking to myself,
$7,000.
just the lower half, not the top. Just the white. It's peeling, needs some work. It's going to need a little love. I'm not denying
Eight.
that.
But is it the same? Is it the same
$1,000.
color as the upper half?
The upper half is a different type of material. It's
Oh, okay.
cedar shank, which
Got it.
is shale, cedar, whatever the fuck
Okay,
it's
well, then
called.
that one, yeah.
Little fucking shingles of wood.
Sure. How much?
It's just the lower. The first guy that came by, and I think he gave me what might end up being a fair deal. I just can't believe how much it is. This isn't a knock yet because I've only gotten one quote actually formally done so far. $4,000.
I don't even know. I mean,
It's
that includes the paint, right?
It's not.
Paint's
Yeah,
kind of expensive.
paint. I looked it up. I can get everything I need for about $400. Top of
So
line
he's
shit.
charging you 10 times.
Painting's different. Painting's a lot more intense time wise. I believe that. it's the point of this is it's fucking impossible to hire someone to do
Chris,
something,
you
man.
want a shitty job, just do it yourself.
Well, that's the thing.
That's
so then
true.
what happens in my head is I'm like, dude, $4,000.
I know you went through this with your crypto where you painted your hallway so you could take the $400 you were going to spend and buy like 0.01% of a Bitcoin.
That was a long time ago because I think that was the last time we had my house painted.
I don't remember that.
It was like a hallway, and he was on his crypto buying rampage.
Chris, you do get what you pay for, and if
No, I'm
you want
not
a
saying it's
sloppy-
not a value.
a
I'm
painter dropping paint all over your yard.
Well, and the
on-
thing is he's going to do it right. He's going to prep things right, which
Right.
takes time. And
right.
you can go buy $400 in paint and slap it on the outside of your house if you want. but-
Right.
I mean,
It's more than that. It
And
would
then you're also losing out on the time with your daughter
exactly.
because
No,
you
not
know
if he has his daughter
you only got
at
a
work.
couple years left before shit turns
Jesus.
into a nightmare.
So yeah, I'm just saying, like in
Hey.
general, to hire someone to do something, it's such a pain in the
Yeah.
fucking ass.
That's
That's
why you
another.
should just move into an apartment.
That's another reason why we have. That's another reason we have boys. We would have the boys paint the house. I have 3. He has 2 helpers. It'd be fucking. It's and I pay him what $1 an hour. I don't care if it takes him a week.
Yeah.
Here you go. Dave has a commercial power sprayer.
I see.
You can borrow.
Here's the thing. I
There you go.
have all of the tools, every one you need.
You just don't want to use it. You don't want to tape off all the things that
I don't even need
sprayed.
to tape off. It's one of the easiest jobs you could imagine
Then
to
why
do.
don't you just do it?
It's fucking time, like Tony said. I'm willing to pay a price, but it can only be so much more than my own wage. Like I need to figure in when I hire someone to do something.
Don't be mad at the painter because you chose a shitty job.
No, I have to figure out. With the contractor, with the value of what you're getting, and then you add in special skill sets. Some special skill
Yeah.
sets require an additional compensation, right? So there's a whole equation I use in my brain to think like, well, I can't give myself brain surgery, so automatically it almost doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
fucking changing your car's oil, I'd fucking rather pay the guy a little more than I make per hour, per minute,
Oh,
whatever.
fuck
Get
yeah, I
it
don't-
fucking done.
Well, I don't even know how to change the oil.
Painting,
Jay doesn't even have to put on pants for
Plumbing.
those kind of services.
painting, plumbing, labor working that don't require as much history or experience. This is a pretty simple job. There's nothing really complicated about it. I know all the steps. I have all the tools.
Tell him you
I've
pay
acquired
him
them through life.
cash.
That's another thing. So then you got to deal with, okay, now do I want to make a deal with the cash guy or a real contractor company? Then do you want to think, do you want it done over 3 fucking weekends because your cousin Jimmy's doing it? Or do you want it done in fucking 2.5 hours and
Yeah.
2 days?
Yeah.
Like, because you're having a whole fucking company doing it. There's going to be 4 people there. Bam,
Yeah.
bam, boom, done.
Yeah, that's going to take time, too. But
So you got to do all these equations. But man, 4K to do that, dude, there's not even a spot 9 feet high. It's not even 1,000 square feet
So-
of fucking surface to
so
paint and
it's-
scrape.
as long as they're taller than me, no one needs a ladder.
$4.25 a foot at $4,000.
Holy shit, dude. That's a lot.
With prep.
$4. Yes, it's power spraying.
That's crazy.
Scraping the edges that didn't
I
come
don't
off
know.
right with the power spray.
I'm not a painter.
Sanding out to blend in the edges that didn't come out and that did. Priming with a primer every square inch once, maybe a little bit more than once, right? Primers are pretty good in one coat. Painting twice. I understand it's a lot of work, a lot of time.
he's
You got to
charging you
spray,
a
like
dollar-
try.
$1.33 a square foot per coat. Pressure washing's free.
And scraping and sanding.
Yeah.
$1.33 a square foot, you're saying, per
Yeah.
coat.
Yeah.
Per coat takes this long to do a foot 3 times. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I that's pretty good math to try to figure it out, but also
So we're going to find out if Chris gets his house painted for $4,000 or not.
coming in next week on the audio podcast. You have just experienced 3 times
Hey.
show.
If you need a guy who's not fully legal to be in this country who will come do it for like $300, holler at your boy.
That's not what I'm trying to do either, but
Sounds like you are.
I'm trying to not get ripped off by
Sounds
the,
like you are.
by the veterinarian, Tony.
He's going to ask you in a public podcast.
This
Give
comes
him a
from the
deal on
guy.
painting.
This is coming from the guy who took his precious
shopped my dog. I ain't
his
gonna lie.
precious animal through a drive-through vasectomy place or whatever the fuck it was.
That is right. You did. Yeah.
He didn't even take it to his own place, Tony's Total Donations, because his
Maybe-
discount didn't even get it as down as
I
fuck.
saved almost 2 lower section of Chris's house's paid jobs.
Yeah,
I'm taking my dog.
that's
to
what I'm
Madison.
saying.
Maybe if you would have went to someone more expensive, your dog would be walking within a week.
Possibly.
You ever think of that?
Yeah.
You pay for the
I did.
job. You just really, what's the word for it?
They didn't have the right tools, so they had to improvise. They used a rock.
Can't think of it. All right, this is our podcast. You guys listening live. We're not going anywhere. Thanks for listening on the podcast.
I'll let Jay's soothing voice take you away.
And we're still here. So
All right. What's up, everybody?
do it again.
Welcome.
Do it again. Do it again. Because I just hit record. Wait. Now do it. Good. You can go.
Welcome, everybody, to Three Dimes Podcast. I'm your host, Tony. We got Chris in the studio today.
Don't
Jay
say something
decided
stupid.
to show up.
Yeah.
Let's get it going. So I was listening to Kevin Smith talk the other day. And
That's
he
the
was
guy who wrote the Mallrats movies and Clerks.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, he's a very creative dude for sure.
Yeah.
Did you see
so
Clerks 3?
he was a very, very fat dude.
Yeah.
And now he's super skinny.
Yep.
Something about like a heart attack or something. And now
Oh, that's
he's-
right. He did
yeah.
have something wrong with him.
Yeah, now the dude's as little as Jay. He's like 1/3 of his old self. But when he was young, and I'm assuming fat, he had a special gift. And somehow, some way, this guy could roll himself into a ball and suck his own dick.
I don't
What?
believe it.
It's science. He publicly talks about it.
What about the story? Do you believe the story that Marilyn Manson had
Took
rib
a rib-
removes
Took a ribs out and to
so that he could do that to himself?
I believe it.
oral sex. Well, with Marilyn Manson, I would believe anything's possible. But him,
Did you ever see the Tool album that had the the old 3D things that were like just the plastic just had ridges in it so that when you moved it, the
No,
image behind it moved?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
They had stickers and shit
I
like
listen
that.
to rap.
I didn't buy CDs either.
Well, Tool had a CD that had that cover on it that made it look like it was a 3D image, and it was this guy moving, sucking
I
his
like
own
that
dick.
Jay thinks he's getting out of the camera lens to vape, but all he does is turn sideways and accentuates it, and then blows the vape fumes into somebody else's camera.
I watched the camera. It
kinda
never
cool.
hits his. Okay, you know what? Sometimes
I like it. No, I'm
if I had a
complimenting.
button where I
So-
could change the camera, I would do it.
Kevin Smith
I have
claims,
to reach 5 feet to change the camera. Sorry, what?
Kevin Smith claims he's licked his own taint. Is what you're
Yeah.
telling me?
So I got a couple follow-up questions for you guys because you guys are the only guys I
But
talk
did he
to.
expand on this, or did he just kind of cough it over and move on? Yada yada yada. My back hurts now, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Cough it over?
So Jay-
Choke on his own.
how old were you the first time you tried to suck your own dick?
That is a ridiculous question because I never could. And I
How do
didn't-
you
what I'm
know?
saying.
He's
never-
asking when you found out you know you
I
can't.
never-
When did you find out you couldn't?
when I knew that I could not touch the floor standing up with my hands, I
Like,
can't reach the dick.
There was a brief moment where you're like, Psh, I can do this.
So you're saying that there's a moment in time that you remember trying to reach your penis with your mouth.
I've always been fat. I knew just from
See, there you go.
just
You had the
from a
same-
geometry standpoint
You had the
that,
same answer I do.
that shit wasn't gonna work.
All right, Chris, now
but
it's
you're
your
a
time.
little guy.
Your time to answer.
You know, I thought it was so long it would probably reach me, but I don't
You're like,
recall.
all I gotta
But
do
he
is
didn't
tilt
want
my
to.
head.
I don't recall ever particularly trying.
You could just sit Indian style. You just lick it. Just reaches your mouth.
You would imagine, right? Like a serpent, you just like play a little tune and a whistle, and it would grow.
Okay, Tony. So besides that question, what was the other one you had? Because
Well,
This one's probably going to be just as fucking ridiculous.
what level of gay would you be There's got to be like a fine line here.
If you did it,
yeah,
I don't think you would be gay.
just like bi.
I don't think it has anything. The sexuality of you loving yourself in that way has nothing to do with the way that you would choose who you outwardly loved as well. I don't think it makes you gay.
Okay, so
But maybe I'm not even going to go there.
because you're doing yourself just like you would be if you were using your, left or right hand. So yeah, you're not the G word.
When was it? How old were you, Tony? Might I ask here? When you first decided to cut a hole in your sheet and start pleasuring
That
yourself?
was at an early age.
That's how you
Your
got
mom's like,
away
why
with it?
are there holes in these sheets?
Every damn sheet.
It's such a tiny hole.
Even your pillowcases. What the fuck, Tony? Oh my goodness. Okay, so the holes in the sheets. It's ridiculous, Tony. I feel like you would have more pride in your things to not cut holes.
They're
in your
small
sheets.
holes.
Yeah, but you stretch them out, don't you, the big guy?
Yeah, I got forced it in soft.
Ooh.
It's like 1,000 thread cotton sheet. You
Oh,
can
my
still
God.
squeeze it through without actually cutting a hole. Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you're saying?
No, I feel like it's the age-old question. Like, are you gay if you suck a dick? But
Yeah.
what if it's your dick?
Okay. Okay.
You're adding an
Like, does
extra
that-
level to
like,
this
does that
age-old
make you-
question.
Does that make you less gay? Because, like, I don't care if you're gay.
All right. Is anyone listening
But-
out there? Are you J if your own wee wee? Or are you,
You can
not?
say the word gay. It's not.
J.
bad
I
to
did.
say
I said
gay.
J.
It's just
I just pronounced G with like J. J.
Okay, gee instead of guy.
Are you gay if you can and you do your own? And it's
You think
hard
that
to do.
somebody's going to decide after all these years of watching and not chatting in our chat to just be like, I'll
Yes.
answer this one?
Yes.
I got you guys.
Yes.
I do imagine
Well,
there's going
you
to
guys
be a
can,
point in my life where I'm like, ooh, I remember when I used to have a podcast with these guys. I wonder what that YouTube
There
channel
you go.
looks like.
We gotta know.
And I'll go back to the YouTube channel and there'll be a notification from a message from this podcast of someone going, actually, scientifically, or some AI bot answers the question. Do you want me to ask AI? I can't ask AI that. I don't want that on
It's a good poll. I think 80% of the people would say no, like Decole. But I think there'd be people that'd be like,
But
yeah,
I feel
that's
like that'd be
really...
I feel like that's kind of right. You sucking your own dick is not gay, but I feel like there's levels to it. Because the first time you come in your mouth, you might be bi.
I don't know, dude. That's kind of gross. That's like drinking your own blood.
And I don't think you're.
That's like That's like spitting into a cup and swallowing your own spit.
I can't handle you right now. I can't handle you right now.
I don't know where all this is coming from, Tony. But
So what does sperm
I
taste
just-
like?
Kevin Smith did
heard
this to
Kev-
you?
Yeah, just
In your opinion.
Kevin Smith.
In your opinion, Tony, what does sperm taste like?
I don't know.
Is it warm or cold in your body?
It's got to be warm.
Well, I don't know. It's never had it in my mouth. Okay, this is. Let's.
It's probably It's probably 98 degrees.
All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to reset.
Boiling.
Thank you for tuning into the Three Dimes podcast. We are here every day on Thursdays, once a week, live on your TV screen, phone, tablet, projection screen. I don't know what you're watching us on. We're big. We're live. We're here.
Grab me one of those.
We try to do this. We appreciate you commenting, liking, subscribe. Tell your friends, tweet about it. Shoot, if you tweet about it and I get a comment at 3 Dimes on Twitter, I'll provide you with a prize of some sort. Like, help us out.
Just like the last time someone
Tell
got a
some
prize.
people they didn't get their prize. They stopped fucking watching. Don't be that person. Tune in to 3 Dimes. See, D. Cole, you want to get in on this call? You want to get in on a call here?
Who hasn't come on, Jay? Yum. So yeah, okay. I guess Do you want to get off the topic of cum?
I mean, it's not an inappropriate chance and opportunity to
So,
change the subject, but if you must go on, we must come along.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Is your cum a different color when you're sick? Like your mucus?
Like it gets green.
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
Because I've always
Usually when I'm sick, I just like lay in bed in misery.
Yeah, you never have
and
sex.
not do anything.
So I'm thinking.
Welcome to Nutline with
I
$3.
would like to know if someone knows if your cum is a different color when you're sick, like your mucus is.
I feel like your dick would have to be
Remember
sick.
Nightline, that show on MTV? Do you remember
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Where people would
It
call
was
in
called
with their
Love
sex.
Line.
Was it Love Line?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Love Line.
Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla.
I didn't have
Two of
cable.
my
I
heroes.
just every once in a while was able to watch it at a friend's house.
Yeah, and what about it?
Well, this is like
Oh,
Nightline.
yeah,
Like
okay.
we need to, or
Well-
Love Line. We need to callers. Come on in, caller.
This is Love Line
It was
without
all
callers.
callers. There was no email,
This is-
internet.
this is
sending a message.
This is love talk with each other. There's no callers.
Now
There's
you
no
watch-
callers.
You watch live shows and everyone's voting on their phones with a text message before they had to call in. Yeah, I think that what would happen is.
So I feel like your cum would be a different color. Someone's got to prove that to me. Tony, you're the man to do it.
I mean, I'm kind of sick. I'll come on you.
Oh,
There's only one way. Use the hand. Jay,
get out of here with that now.
hand's already sticky.
Yeah, here you go. Go in the bathroom. I'll even put it in the. I'll put it in the right form for you. There you go. Put your penis
Smaller.
in there. Wait,
He's got to feel
here.
it.
I'll move the thumb. Okay, now put
Spit
your.
in the hole and hand it here.
Oh, man.
Oh boy! Well, that took a turn. So
I just
Are
I
we
got
doing it-
questions.
we're
I
doing-
need to know stuff.
Speaking of emptying things out,
Yeah, when are you gonna take them fucking raspberries out of the podcast studio fridge?
the
Whose
raspberries.
raspberries are those?
why would I bring raspberries here? I thought they were yours.
There's raspberries in here?
There's a tin of raspberries that's been in there for at least 3 months.
Hey, it's hard to work on
There's
this.
little to no chance those are mine.
Tony, we got to talk more about cum so your cousin
they
can't finish
growing?
his bus.
Are they growing anything else?
What was that?
Tony, when he reads, it takes him a while. You got to let him read. Okay, now I ask him. I think he's read the whole sentence.
Are they growing anything out of them berries?
I haven't had the balls to look at them. I just see that the.
So have
the
you
little
guys ever
pint is in there.
run a
They
pen out to zero?
Definitely are.
We were
Just
talking
in
a
my
little about
pocket.
this.
No, I just said if I found a pen that didn't work, does that count?
What about a lip balm? You ever bought a lip balm and
Ooh.
use it completely to nothing?
Don't use lip balm.
100%.
Don't
My brother's has used his to nothing before. I can't imagine that.
Burt's Bees.
Them things get left in a pocket and burned inside of a
I don't think I've ever even used the end of
washing
it.
machine.
I keep track of my stuff, so I always know where my keys, wallet, chapstick.
I don't think I've ever used the end of a deodorant stick ever. I think I just lose it.
That's incredible.
I'm not
throw
kidding.
them away midway.
Well, I have 3 boys, remember, and they all have pits, and they, take it, put it in a different bathroom, or it just disappears. I have one in my car that's melted to the fucking inside of the pocket. I can't get out, which I will eventually, but
All right. How many times have you run out of gas?
never.
Fuck off, Jay.
Never out of
There's
gas.
no way
With all the pennies in my car, you think I'd run out of gas?
you've never run out of gas.
I mean, okay, you're saying, obviously where
died
I car
out of
died.
gas.
Never. I don't even know how that. I mean, how does that even happen?
When do you fill up?
Oh,
What's your panic spot?
Sometimes I'll wait till it's like, or I'm like, it shows me you got 5 miles to go, or you're walking.
You've never gone to zero?
No.
Oh, I've run past zero.
So you ran out of gas then?
I've run out of gas when the thing read like 20 before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sucked.
You got a shit car.
Well, this was a Ford Taurus, yeah.
Agreed.
You got to get those. You got to get those small cars with the high mileage, and 20 miles is actually 200.
What about you, Tony? You ever run fucking straight out?
I ran out of gas one time in my life, and I was at the gas pump. I pulled up, nick of
Just
time.
as you're coming in, it was
No, he's
doot, doot,
he's
Oh,
doot.
being funny.
No,
No, I've
dead serious. It's the only time I've ran
Okay,
out
wait,
of
wait.
gas.
Then how did that happen though? You pulled in, you're like, oh shit, the gas tank's on the other side, and then you tried to go around, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm really
No.
out of gas.
I pulled up, put
Doesn't
it
make
in park,
sense.
and she clunked out. I put gas
Maybe
in
your
it,
car
she
just
started back up.
just fucked up.
Have you,
Yeah, it fucked up because it didn't have any gas.
Jay, do you ever have a car where you had to keep track of the mileage? 'Cause
David right here.
20 flat tires, bro? What are you driving through? Landfills?
He's driving a car right now at like, what, 300,000 miles on it?
Damn.
That's
Just
fine.
running
That-
it into the ground.
That's fantastic. It's a great Honda
I've
Civic,
been
I bet.
I've been with David, ran out of gas at least 5 times in my life.
So you've experienced it. Why didn't you tell us?
Yeah, I've been with lots of people who ran out of gas.
I've never even
Just
been
never
with
me
someone.
personally.
I've never even been with someone that ran out of gas. I don't know what what does the car do? It just goes like chugs around and
That's
just
about right,
just
actually.
dies?
David's actually run out of gas when we used to work together delivering pizzas. He ran out of gas while delivering pizzas.
That I can understand because you're like,
Why?
I can't not go back to work. I can't fuel up now. Gotta
You gotta
go get
get-
more
you gotta
pizzas.
get to work. You gotta get okay.
You fuel up
I
with a
don't know.
fucking hot pie in the back seat, you asshole.
You bet.
Hope not. You ever have a car like when I used to buy cars when we were young? The gas meter thing didn't work, so you had to keep track of how many miles you've
Oh my
been
god,
driving.
no, never had that. That
You
would
had
be
the
terrible.
little notebook with the fucking mileage right down, and you'd be like, "All
Fucking
right,
birding.
I got to refuel at 110,642."
Oh, man.
That
I've
would be
only had
absolutely
like 5
insane.
cars in my life.
Oh man,
Yeah, I've only had probably about the same. I haven't had that many. I've never had a new car in my life. Tony probably has had like 8.
I've never had a brand new car.
Yeah, I never had a brand new car.
I've had 2, 3.
My van's from
4,
2016, and I still think it's brand new.
David ran out of gas on his first date with his wife.
Well done, sir.
And she's like, "Well, this guy's a gem. I'll marry him." It worked out though, Dave, didn't it? That's crazy.
What I want to know is why it took you so long to take her out on a first date. For God's sakes, you were already married. Get it? Because he's not
I get
really.
it.
Yeah. But I took my now wife out on our first date to the safe house
So that was like a week ago.
where you have to use a password to get in, and I fucking left her in there not knowing the password.
We went in and watched her on
First
TV.
date. Yeah.
I never been there, but I heard they do weird shit there.
Well, it's just kind of fun.
Safe House is awesome.
Yeah, they
it's
have
one of my favorite spots.
The comedians in there. I think there
The
was a
magicians.
guy, the magician. What was his name?
I don't understand. Well, you walk around and there's just people on stages.
Kind
Dude.
of. The whole room's like all weirded out and
It's 3 stories.
Is this still a place or is it?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
closed.
no, it's still there.
Did you ever go in through the newsroom?
I've been into the rotating
Yeah.
booth. Yeah.
It's the fucking
There's
best.
apparently a third way to get in. I don't know what it is.
Did you ever leave through the tunnel?
I've through the phone booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's the
how
best.
you leave.
It's the fucking best
Yeah.
there.
I don't think anyone understands because there's only one in the world.
No, every city's got a safe house.
Sure, they do.
Maybe.
Every city's got a safe word.
No, every couple has a safe word.
yeah,
No, the safe
And
house
when
is
you're
fucking dope.
when you're
Yeah.
sucking yourself
Tony.
off, your safe word is bite down.
Tony, what's your safe word? That's your safe word?
Oh man.
What's your safe word with your wife, Tony? Or yourself, if you want to disclose it.
All right,
I
you know
can't
what? I
tell you
just
my
thought of
safe word.
something. Oh, God, why is this in my brain? Sucking yourself off's not really gay, but if you try to stick your own dick in your own butt, that's maybe
That's
it.
the next level.
That's where you
That's
draw the
maybe
line.
it.
That's the next
That's
level.
maybe it.
Yeah, is
that
that-
might be where you're
Yeah.
maybe got some
Well,
curiosity.
What about there's some guys that like
Oh
the
God, why did I
girls-
bring this back?
The girls
God
that-
damn.
Thanks, Chris.
the girls to put the finger up the butt, right? To hit their what's it called?
Who sticks fingers up their butt?
I'm pretty sure
He's like, wait.
never have, but I can't get past my hemorrhoids. So it's a problem down there.
You're like, I try daily.
It just bleeds.
I just keep trying to wiggle the one hemorrhoid off to the
It
side.
just bleeds right away. And it was like, fuck, man, this hurts more than it feels good. No, but there is, I don't know. There's fucking people that like, you see in the movie, you see in movies all the time.
With
Where the
people's
girl's like,
fingers
put
in
your
their
finger
butt.
up there. It's like, yeah, like a comedy movie. You know,
Sounds hilarious.
let's think of the movie, what the fuck's the name of that movie? Where a guy had to donate sperm.
Something about Mary.
Had to donate sperm, and he had the girl help him do it, and she stuck her finger up his ass, and he just came right away.
Probably like every movie that scene happens.
What is
in.
that in?
You're talking about your shift last week
Ah.
at Tony's Total Donations.
Yeah, and it was Tony's finger.
Oh, this section of the podcast is brought to you by Tony's Total Donations. Tony Total Donations has been a sponsor of the podcast since day one.
And you can do anything there. No one will think you're gay.
We do not judge at Tony's. They do not judge at Tony's Total Donations. We accept donations and are also taking takeout orders now. Check out our new app.
And on your way out, check out the ATM with the gift cards.
Yes, you can convert your fiat
Road
to
trip.
gift
See,
cards.
Dave knows what I'm talking
this
about.
month only, our collection cups will be Jay's mouth.
Tony, road trip.
Road trip.
He knew the movie I was talking about. Dave, thanks, Dave.
He's a wealth of knowledge.
He's learning
Well,
the
he
J.
speaks Jay.
He's Jay Bonics.
I talk to him all the time. We call each other up. How you doing? He's like, dealing with carpet again. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
I feel
not so
you.
bad.
I'm dealing with tile. And then, yeah. What were we talking about before the asshole with the finger thing came up?
You brought that up. I brought it up
That was-
sticking your
we
own
were
dick
talking
in your
about
butt.
we were talking about running out of gas.
Oh yeah, never did it. Never will do it. But now that you're saying it probably happened to me. I jinx myself all
On
the
the
time.
way home.
No, I think I have full tank right now.
No, I don't know, man. I've always been really afraid of being stranded with no gas, so I try to keep some gas in it. That being said, my gas light's on at least once a week.
Yeah, mine's on all the time too. Yeah.
The gaslight.
Yeah. I get gas probably 3 times a week.
It's my opinion that there's absolutely no reason to fuel up until that light turns on.
Yeah, you're just getting rid of all that old shit in your tank.
I heard that's bad to do though. Like it's sucking all the shit into your engine and it's making it more dirtier. I don't know. It's not good to do that. I hear. Like letting your phone go to nothing and then charge it. But
They say that's good.
they say that's good. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's the opposite.
I want to apply to be one of they.
Yeah, they.
I want to be the guy saying what they should do because I think I got some good fucking ideas. And I think they should say that you should run your fuel tank to empty every time so no ugly shit gets in it.
You know how many people would be stuck on the road then? You make
Just
your own
don't be-
business picking people up and giving them gas.
Don't be a dumbass about it.
Maybe we should start a business where a guy drives around with a huge gas tank and finds one of these people that leaves their waits until their gas is at nothing and then fuels them up for 3 times the cost of real gas or the gas price it is, and then you make money.
I know there's a guy who used to drive around the mall parking lot during Christmas time,
And jump people's cars.
starting people for like $10.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not a
'Cause it
bad
gets
idea.
in the freezing cold.
Yep.
That would, I mean, I would pay him I would pay him $50 to get my car started.
There
if
are
it
a
didn't
lot.
start.
There are a lot sharks at summer camp. After summer camp lets out, everyone leaves Monday morning. You know, from 7 to noon, everyone's leaving, and the parking lot can be completely battered with rain one year, or super dry after being rain. So there's big fucking humps and broken shit, or people left their fucking door open, their light on, their fucking radio playing, whatever, right in their car. So there's always cars broken down, busted, flat.
Well, I
tires.
imagine just the caliber of people at summer
the
camp
type of individuals who would run out
brings
of
in
gas.
a lot of like 89 Jettas.
Like if you like got in an accident a quarter mile away, you'll be like, oh, fucking deal with it after the festival kind of people for sure.
There's probably people dead.
So there are
dead
people
there.
there's folks that'll run that lot, dude. And there's some traps there that I've seen of like park here traps where they'll have you park there'll be like a guy who doesn't work there who will be a tow truck driver who will tell you to park in a certain spot. You park there, and that spot's actually for the handicap. And then as soon as you get your shit out of your car, he goes there and slaps a ticket on it and tows you out. Moves you,
Or they
moves
could
you
do,
to a regular spot with a ticket on your car,
or they could do
charges you for the tow.
Tony's trick: park you where they want to, turn your light on in your car, have your battery die, and then charge you $10 to charge your car. Jump your car.
Oh, you park it for him,
You park it for them. You keep a light on so the battery dies.
and then you charge them
You
for
charge
the
them
jump.
for the jump.
I can dig it.
Another business.
Sounds like a pretty solid valet
Another
scam.
business opportunity.
Yeah.
I got them all. I got them in my head. They come up like nothing. They're just all, you know what? And there's like a devil fly in here. Tony, did you see that? I don't know what it is. It might be a bee. I don't know how there's a bee around in winter. Actually, it's spring, but we're in Wisconsin. Did you guys see that yet?
No.
It's scaring me
It landed on my forehead one time.
today.
I saw it. I did.
Maybe it's shit on your head. Thought it was a landing spot.
I got a story for you, Jay.
Let me hear.
I found it on the internet. It's somewhat related to this earlier edition problem we had at Qdoba where I got my food for free. What is, and you're afraid to do this. So this woman asks, what is the etiquette for the number of times you can send something back?
Oh, okay. Got you. 0.
Tony?
Zero.
For food?
Yeah.
Zero.
Twice.
0.
You get
Oh,
it
man,
back the
Tony.
third time, it's coming back with pubes on it.
Tony, you get it back the second time. It's coming back with sperm on
it's
it.
not.
It's normal to occasionally have to send back a food item. Maybe the
No.
kitchen failed to note an allergy, or perhaps the food wasn't cooked to your liking. Regardless, it's not out of the ordinary to ask the kitchen to remake a dish. This woman has a video with 100,000 views where she ordered food from Chipotle and discovered they incorrectly fulfilled their order. So she went back, had them remade it, and they did it, but they still messed up because they forgot the fajita veggies. So she says, I'm not trying to be a Karen here, but I want what I ordered, she explains.
I mean, that's a good way to put it, but she's still getting shit in her food.
After they finally delivered the food the third time, this woman realized that the restaurant hadn't melted the cheese
Oh my
in a
God.
move she calls petty.
Oh, my God.
I am currently trying to melt my cheese in my Chipotle quesadilla because they screwed up my order 3 times in a row, she says in her video.
So
She could be seen reheating the quesadilla.
she's trying to get like a lawsuit out of this or something. She's making them put their pubes in there.
I feel like what's the etiquette for the number of times you can send something back before the restaurant starts to get petty? Because I feel like that's what this was.
0. The customer is always wrong. So what happened? Did they the pubes or nothing?
I don't know. She fucking ate it up and then ate it, I guess.
and
They
then-
let him off the hook, she said. She
See-
gave up. She concluded at least
Yeah,
the
because
ingredients were right and it was an easy fix.
'Cause every cook in the back was laughing their ass off because they rubbed it in their ass crack.
Yeah, they probably went out for beers that night in celebration
And
of
talked
not
about-
melting the cheese on that quesadilla.
I've never gotten the fajita veggies on my quesadilla when I've ordered it that way, claimed a third person in the comments. The same thing happened to me. It makes me feel so awkward to have to ask them to put the damn veggies in the quesadilla. The quesadilla detailed another.
The quesadilla.
I ordered a kid's quesadilla and it got delivered. Opened the box and there was 2 empty taco shells. That was the last time I had Chipotle.
That's good.
LOL.
That's
well,
good.
our workforce is such shit now.
Oh yeah. How can
These
you?
entry level jobs are just getting filled with the worst fucking people.
Oh my God, yeah. And then
You
they
know-
want more money.
As much as you want, you can send it back. Literally, keep telling them to fix it until they get it right, offered a second woman. And if they get an attitude, call corporate in front of them.
No, it's not. It's 0.
It's funny because I was at a local sub shop
Subway's not local, dude.
I was at Cousins.
You're eating mattress bread again. Just admit it.
So I'm at.
Was Donald Driver working?
Yeah,
Or
he
works
was.
at a local one.
He was in the back though.
He can't afford them big ass earrings.
So I'm
He's had him on layaway from Aaron since '93.
so I'm in this sub shop and I get a little weirded out when I go into like a semi fast food place and it's all like adults working. You know what I mean? Like
Where's
everybody,
your kids?
everybody working in there is like 40 plus, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to you guys? Like,
So that's your adult opinion of an adult?
yeah, like,
40 plus?
Like you go, you go into a Jimmy
You're
John's.
37. You're a child.
When are you a child?
Like if I go into the Cousins where your son works,
50.
like
16,
15, 16,
yeah.
17-year-old, like
Well, then you got one
those
guy
are
that's
the-
older. That's the manager.
those are the ages that work at a place like that. When you walk
Yeah.
into a Cousin sub and everybody working in
40.
there has a full beard,
It's 40.
you're like,
okay.
something's fucked up in this place, right? And I'm sitting there thinking about it. I order my sandwich, and I order every sandwich in my entire life the same way, as it comes with no lettuce.
What a surprise.
Like no lettuce,
Should
but
probably put
everything
more-
else is fine.
You should probably start ordering it with lettuce.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, these are fucking adults in here. I'm like, maybe I should offer a job to one. Like,
Hey, want to
Hey.
get out of this shithole?
hey, you want to stop
Wait,
making
wait.
$11 an hour? You're
Oh,
a
they're
fucking
not
adult.
making 11.
What do you-
You
what
can
are
come
gonna-
work for me.
You're gonna have them come here and make you sandwiches. What are you offering them?
On-staff sandwich maker? Artist?
I'm like, dude, let me teach
It's
you.
like
a
I need
craft.
breakfast. I need a breakfast sandwich and I need a lunch sandwich, and you're gonna be delivering it wherever the fuck I am. Pewaukee, Waukesha.
And this 40-year-old adult man fucked up my sandwich, and I'm like, I guess it's just everybody. Nobody can read a
How
fucking
bad?
ticket.
How bad?
Extra lettuce.
Wait, you said no lettuce and
No
you put
lettuce.
extra lettuce.
I
It's
had
just lettuce. You
I
can
had
flick it
lettuce
off.
on it like it was a Jimmy John's stuff.
Tony, you
no,
could just
no,
blow it
because
off
then
with
it
your-
fucks up the
blow it
mayo
off and-
ratio. You're
Then you're
wiping
going through and ask
fucking
for
mayo
another-
off,
then you
and
go up
then
there and
there's a
ask-
couple straggler pieces, and then you're eating it, and then you get like
You're what? You're,
that slight hint of rotten lettuce because it's only the one that's stuck in the mayo. Getting
lettuce
like
does
fucking.
not have flavor. So are you just like you hate lettuce as much as you hate
I don't hate
celery?
lettuce. I don't hate lettuce.
because I know you hate celery.
he doesn't want it ruining his fucking ratio.
I'll eat salads all day long.
Okay, instead of saying make this over, take the lettuce off. Say give me an extra thing of mayonnaise because that's all you're really taking off.
Or
it's the only thing sticking.
I take the sub up and say, I'm sorry to bother you guys, but you put fucking you
Hakalugi time.
accidentally forgot to hold the lettuce. And then I make him remake it in front of me. It's fine.
No,
He didn't wipe it in his ass. He didn't spit on it.
Tony.
He didn't rip
hey,
pubes off and put it in there.
listen. There's
I watched him make it.
there's
He
a
was
li-
just like, oh shit, you're right, bro.
Tony. You want to?
And I'm like,
you wanna know
that's why
something?
you work
Tony,
at Cousins.
Listen, you want to know something real quick?
What?
There's a secret spoon for people like you. A spoon that's in someone's ass that we use when you're pissed at a customer. You make it in front of them, but you're using a shit spoon.
You don't want to know what I voluntarily put in my mouth. Like somebody fucking rubbing a spoon in their ass isn't going to
it's not
prevent
going to
me
stop
from
me from a good
enjoying
meal.
Does
a
that ma-
delicious.
Does that make you
Cousin's Club.
GAY?
Poop?
Are you spelling it so your kids don't know what we're talking about?
Now
gonna-
you're getting defensive, Tony.
What? My sexual orientation's my business. All right,
So what are you? then?
straight white male.
Okay. Just checking because you were talking about wiener sucking for
Well, I just
pretty
want
long
to.
time.
I just want to know the parameters,
Okay.
and I think I got it worked out in my head.
You want to know the opinion?
Not gay if you
the-
suck it.
The opinions.
Bi if you accidentally come in your mouth. Gay if you swallow
No, I think it's
No, if
gay
you
if you
put
put
it
it
in your butt,
If you
all
put it
in
in your
butt.
butt, yeah.
in your own butt.
If you're on butt.
But probably if you swallow, yeah.
So what's
Yeah.
more? What's
Probably.
what's more
if you
possible?
made that, if you made that
It's the devil.
decision,
What's more possible? Putting it in your butt or sucking it? I think putting it in your
For
butt's
me
more possible.
Tony
Personally-
has no taint.
for me
We've learned
personally,
this. We've learned this, so for him, it's probably fucking happened before on accident. And he's like, oh, dang, I think I might be curious.
He could stick his flaccid wiener in his butthole because he has no taint.
It's almost coming out of there.
Yeah, but then if he got hard, it would just right out.
With that sound and all.
Do that again. How's it go?
It goes.
She's like,
Golly.
Why do you keep flicking? What are you doing in there, Tony? Your wife's yelling in there. Nothing. Why does it sound like you're flicking something?
Damn.
Oh, jeez. Why do you keep going back to this thing? It's
I don't know.
a great
Chris
topic.
keeps bringing it up.
Whoa. Blamed it on you, Chris.
Yeah.
Blamed it on you. Actually, it was me that brought it up. But you can blame Chris all you want.
All right.
It's fine.
Stop it, Chris.
I bring Kevin Smith.
Oh,
He brought it up.
I'm surprised you haven't searched that up yet and found out the actual context or what he actually said, because Tony doesn't remember anything.
I've heard him talk about it 10 times in my life.
Okay, so he talks about it a lot. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
There's not one time where he said so much stuff that you're like, wow, this is crazy. Dude's getting wieners in his mouth, but it's his wiener. Yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't do that at all. And I think just, don't play with yourself. Just be productive at home.
Just have your wife do it.
Yeah, you can do that.
So much easier.
Or put peanut butter on there and then have your little
It's like,
donkey do
look,
it.
hands free.
Hands free. Hands free is the best. When you can go hands free, best way.
Yeah.
But how does it go? How does hands free go? So you just lay there?
Well, like in anything.
Yeah.
Hands free is the way to go. Like that's
It's
why we
illegal
have
to not be hands free.
That's why
in
we
your
have
car.
these microphones stands and arms so we can be hands free.
How about this? Would it be better to be fed hands free?
Everything's good hands free.
Oh, I
if
don't
you
thi- I don't
can
think
do
I don't
other
think
things
someone
with your
feeding
hands.
Someone feeding you the wrong amounts, I'd be pissed. I'd be
don't
like,
know.
I want a little bigger scoop, or I wanted more of a bigger bite. You took it away from my face too soon. I think
I don't know.
there's a
I open my
non-hand free
mouth,
one right there.
She drops the grape in. I chew it up.
No, she
Like it's not that hard.
She brings you the
Grape
whole
fan
vine.
fan. Grape fan fan.
Grape fan. I'm getting sweaty chewing this grape. Fan me. That was something that you said a while ago, Tony, that was hilarious, about nothing better than getting fed by beautiful women with grapes or something. I don't know what it was. It was probably season
I don't
2.
know.
Damn, we got to look it up.
Season
Back
2.
when we used to have seasons.
Yeah. No, it's just episodes. You know, we have 250 episodes.
It's incredible, man. We've pushed out
250.
so much content.
You take that by almost an hour of each episode. That's a lot of hours.
100-hour law.
What?
100-hour law.
What's
If you
that?
do something for 100 hours, you become a master.
100 hours a year.
Well, what the
100 hours a
fuck?
year.
Why are we not sponsored, Tony? How come we're not masters? Because we don't plan anything.
Because you're
It's
bringing me
happening.
down.
We come
It's
here.
happening.
We come here, and we're like, "What do you guys want to talk about?" We're like, "Shit, I don't know, man. I don't got much to talk about. We're just gonna start talking and then just roll." And that's what we do every single week. We have no plan.
And
And
it
we do it
shows.
for you out there in TV land.
Oops, sorry. Although we did have 2 things. We had the pen running out of ink. That was one thing we had planned, and then we had the sperm. sucking
I
your wee-wee.
planned all the things I
And that was
talked
it.
about.
Everything else was not planned. So everything you guys heard besides the pen and the sucking your wiener was planned.
That was talked about before we started.
That's what I'm saying. That was the
how
only
about
thing.
this?
Only thing planned.
I planned this. You guys know that the Boston Marathon was recently?
Who? What?
The Boston Marathon.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, there's a video of someone's front door ring camera of a Boston Marathon runner caught pooping in stranger's front yard.
Oh my god. So did they get that?
Because they gotta run for like 4 or 5 hours.
You got to do what you got to do.
They get that far away from each other that they have that much distance between another person.
So I
where they
watched.
could be?
I watched the video,
Of course you did.
Over and over.
and what happened was this woman or man, I'm not quite sure from the video,
You just see her
runs
ass?
runs into someone's front yard that's along the path, and it's lined with these tall trees. So they're probably arborvitaes.
So
and runs into the front yard in through the steps into like the corner of the front yard and is just dumping.
wow.
And the person who lives there only knows it was on their Ring video because guess what? They came home while this person
God.
was shitting in their front yard.
All right.
And the person was like, "What the hell are you doing in my front yard?" And the person says, "I had to poop. I don't know what to say."
Did they?
And they pulled up their pants, walked through the arborvitae wall, and started running again.
Okay, now here's the problem though. You're running with
A
shit
number.
streaks.
A number on an identifying number.
Well, that.
Well,
But you're
that
running.
too.
You're running with shit streaks on your ass because the person didn't wipe their
Right,
ass.
I work in an office, and if
You
I
know
didn't
how
wipe my
bad-
ass good enough, I start itching in like 12, 15
I'm-
minutes.
I'm
She's probably got
assuming-
fucking gangrene in her asshole from running
No,
the rest of that
I'm assuming
race.
anybody in good enough shape to run a marathon doesn't shit the same kind of nasty shits I shit. I'm assuming they spread their cheeks apart in little rabbit pelts.
A
come out.
marathon-
That's a wipe-free situation.
it comes out and it's automatically starting to grow like a moss in it
Yeah.
because it's so healthy.
It's already hard as a rock. There's no streaking.
You could run a marathon if you were given time to run a marathon.
I could run a marathon literally tomorrow.
100 hours.
If you were
Tony.
given time to do it. So is that like
I
is
could
there
do
a
it
time
tomorrow.
limit on the Boston Marathon?
You could not do
Chris?
it tomorrow.
Dude, I could do it tomorrow.
I think the
easy.
whole entire day he could eventually get 25
I
miles.
do not believe you can do that.
I think he could.
I don't think you could walk 25 miles.
shit.
I don't. Consecutively? Do you have
could
any
walk-
idea how long
Tony,
it is?
Tony can
Yeah.
definitely walk 25 miles. He probably does.
26.2 miles.
He probably does that at work. If you have a far place to cut your
Nope.
tile, you gotta walk downstairs
Nope,
through
not
flights of
starting
stairs.
tomorrow.
Going
Not starting tomorrow.
I
Fuck
could start
off.
it- I
When
could
was the
start
last
it
time you
tonight,
ran
yeah.
100 meters?
Wait,
You're gonna
when's,
try-
what's the last time you even jogged?
Dude, I'm telling you, I need to quit vaping for like 24 hours.
That's
so
nothing.
tomorrow
That's
at
nothing.
8:30 you're gonna do
Oh,
it?
That's
oh.
an excuse. That's an excuse.
Let me get off of this sinus infection.
Now it's the sinus
I'll
infection.
get fitted for
Next
a good
thing you know,
sports
it's gonna be
bra,
your back
and I'll go
hurting.
do this. I'll go do this marathon.
Yeah, get a sports bra. Your nipples would rub raw.
You know
Plus,
they
we'd
would.
have to find a
I'd
day when
have
that's
to duct tape
overcast
'em.
because of your light.
Dude, I wish we still had the punishments because if I won, I'd make you guys run a marathon. Or you know what? No, I'd make you guys do the Tough Mudder because that'd be even funnier because I'd put a GoPro on your guys' heads and you got to go through all these fucking crazy little obstacles. That actually is a little harder than.
I don't want a
marathon.
GoPro on my head. I want something that's on a thing like this. So then I'm like,
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
You
You
get
can
Blair
get,
Witch.
yeah, you could get a GoPro to come back and look at your
Just-
face.
We get 'em both.
You would just have to wear a helmet and put Jay's mic stand to the top of it and
Yeah.
dangle the camera in front of you.
Yeah,
great.
it's possible.
dude, I could do a
Why
tough
don't we guys-
mutter with you on my back.
Yeah, why don't we do the Three Dimes Tough Mudder? We'll wear Three Dimes shirts. We'll promote a podcast. I mean, it'll bring so much
Those
attention.
aren't people I want listening, though.
Why?
Anybody
What are you talking
spending
about?
their
You're trying to-
weekends doing recreational running
You
can go
no,
fuck
Tony,
themselves.
this isn't running. This is obstacles. Like
Yeah,
okay, like
going
the the fucking thing on your water at your lake.
yeah.
It's like that, but more
And mud.
way more extreme in mud, obviously. So
Yeah.
it's like doing that. You've done it. How many times have you run through that obstacle on your lake?
It's fucking like all weekend, every weekend.
So there you go. You could do a Tough Mudder. It's
Like 26.2 kilometers per.
how long does it take you to get from the start of that to the end? Like a circle around it. Circle it. A lap.
I've never done it by myself where I
What do you
just
mean
went
never
through
done
it.
it by- Was someone carried you? What do you mean never done it by yourself?
Well, I'm always on it with a bunch of kids, and we're all waiting to stay together because I got a massive fear
Okay,
of
when-
all the kids drowning at once.
So you've never-
Fair, because that happens like 6 times a week.
Oh my God, I can't believe that place hasn't had a death yet. Or someone might be dead in the bottom of the lake right now.
like three kids died on that same thing in different campgrounds last summer.
What do you mean different campgrounds? Different.
Yeah, other campgrounds have those same things.
Oh.
There were
okay.
like 3 deaths
in
last
Wisconsin?
year.
or
two of
around the
them
United
were.
States?
No, 2 of them were in Wisconsin.
Holy shit, dude!
and
That's
one of the kid was a strong swimmer who was like 13 years old.
Well, he probably got knocked out by another kid flying off the top of one
Probably.
of those fucking, those climbing things.
and it's in our insurance policy for that there has to be a lifeguard on it at all times.
Yeah, there's
And
never is.
There's never been a lifeguard
No
on
one
it.
watches anyone on that thing when you guys are on that thing.
Dude, and
Careful what you wish for.
Some of these like 15, 16-year-old kids are fucking savages.
Oh yeah, I seen a boy beating up a girl on one of those things, laughing. I was like, should I do something? Yeah.
Not your kid.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, whatever. He was pounding on her. He was fucking body slamming her, kicking her. It was a disgrace. So you never just took the time to go around it and kind of like time yourself, or just like, I just want one lap.
No, because when I'm on it, I really don't want to be on it to begin with.
Well, you do it for your kids, so
Yeah.
okay, so you're not doing it. Well, I did the adult race. Chris, were you there? Chris, yeah, you were there, weren't you?
I don't think so.
I
Is
did
this
the-
the same weekend you did the chocolate slide down the hill?
No. I did the adult race around it, and after I got done with that, I was very I couldn't believe how hard it actually was. And it looks so easy. And I did it, and I'm like, oh my God, I did it, but I couldn't breathe for like I was checking my heart rate through my fucking Apple Watch. I'm like, Tracy, I'm at 167. It's not going down. It's getting hot. I got to go in the shade.
I smell almonds.
I was nervous, man. I was scared. I was scared because I felt like I pushed myself too hard because I wanted to win that free little drink thing, or I just wanted to beat people there.
It's so much harder for an adult to make it around that than it is a kid.
Oh, because we weigh more, obviously, and I didn't want to tackle girls or someone ahead of me. And my wife was watching me. She's like, "Why don't you just knock that girl in the water ahead of you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fucking great. I'm gonna knock her in the water and just beat her." So I waited for people to pass me a couple times. I don't know. It's fun there though. We should go there again. Definitely got to do the podcast there, and some
There's
extraordinary
stuff going on all summer. Michelle's got a schedule hanging up on our.
another extraordinary Wheel of Death thing, because that was fun, and then have just better cameras, and we can do it live and all that shit.
Yeah, we got Freezies now.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, and we got
do.
fucking 7 of them. We can plug those fuckers into anything.
There you go. I like it.
All right, take us out, Jay.
No. I
us
will
out,
not
Chris.
be taking you out.
Well, folks. The time has come for us to bid adieu.
Why would you want me to do it when you hear this guy?
This has been another exciting podcast with 3 dimes, Tony, Chris, and Jay in your ears every single day for the last 10 days. Have you tuned into our audio podcast? Because we've put out the content. We hope you're listening. Don't forget to hit the likes and subscribes. It really helps out a lot. And if you enjoyed this podcast, let us know in the comments.
And remember, Ticktones is coming. Wait, is Ticktones coming up?
We got Ticktones.
Ticktones is coming up. So if you're watching live, continue to watch. We'll be back in whenever it takes time for Tony to hook the shit up. Probably like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Something like
Yep. Peace out. 3 dimes.
that. Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you.